I'm KM Weiland, and I'm excited to welcome you to the first in a month-long series based on lessons that I learned in the last few years while writing my historical / dieselpunk mashup Storming, which releases December 4th. To start things off with today, we're going to talk about how to write funny dialogue. Funny dialogue can show up in all kinds of stories, whether you're writing an outright comedy or something that, like me in Storming, isn't a comedy but has a lot of adventurous, lighthearted moments, or even a tragedy in which the humor will function as irony or just a contrast against the general darkness of the story. The trouble, as anyone who has ever deliberately tried to write humor can tell you, is that figuring out how to write funny dialogue on purpose is hard. Partly this is just because of the subjective nature of humor, but mostly it's because, as I was reminded time and again while writing the banter between my cocky barnstorming pilot and the non-English speaking woman who falls out of the sky, funny dialogue all comes down to two ingredients that are often overlooked. The first of those ingredients is context. For me, the holy grail of great dialogue is Star Wars. But Han Solo's classic line about boring conversation anyway is only funny in its context of his bumbling through an impersonation of a stormtrooper trying to reassure a superior officer. In other words, we have to start with a setting and a situation that creates the kind of conflict that sets up the opportunities for humor. Second ingredient is character. Let's face it, some people are funnier than others, and the same goes for our characters. Whether your character is sarcastic, impulsive, mean, dumb, the kind of humor that is always going to please readers is the kind that arises out of the heart of the character. That's where you're going to get the best lines in your story. Readers are always going to be delighted by the sort of funny dialogue that hasn't been forced into a character's mouth, but rather arises naturally out of his personality.